live. I got to go live on Instagram real quick. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're live on YouTube.
Yeah,
We're live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Mirabella Mindset. Today, I'm going to talk about partnerships. Why your partnership is failing, why your partnership is doing well, what to look out for, and what to get clear on before you form a partnership. So, let me make sure I'm on Do Not Disturb, which I'm on here on Instagram. All right, so partnerships, they sound like an amazing thing. You guys, it's like any other relationship though. Like when you meet somebody, you're in love, then you start dating, you're going to restaurants, everything's fucking great. You're happy, you do everything for that person. Then decisions have to get made and you guys don't agree, and then you start fighting and bickering, and then you get petty. And partnerships will crumble and collapse if you don't have a foundation. The problem is no one knows how to make a foundation. Like, how do you make a foundation with a partnership? Like I said before, it's no different than any other relationship. A foundation of a partnership is built on one principle. It's communication. But it doesn't stop there. Like, I could end the podcast now. Communication, there you go. Learn how to communicate and we're done with the podcast. That's not it. You need clarity. And you have to truly understand what your partner's vision is for the business. You guys have to have synergy with what your vision is and what your partner's vision is. And they have to be able to coexist. They don't need to be exactly the same, but they need to live in the same house, at least. And when I have partnerships now, and I've had partnerships fail in the past, and it comes down to a lack of clarity on what the vision is for the salon or the barbershop. And a lot of times, the individual has no idea what they want for their own personal career, let alone the business. And when you have clarity on what you want for yourself and what you want for the salon, then when you have to make a decision, it becomes very simple. You simply ask, if we make this decision and we decide to do X or we decide to do Y, what's the outcome of that decision? And does that align with our goals for the salon? And many times it's that easy. Hey, partner, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? I don't know. What's going to happen if it truly succeeds and we go forward with that decision? Well, then here's the outcome that I'm expecting. Does that align with our goals? Simple. Very, very simple. But for you and your partner, when you first link up and you have this magical idea of partnering up on a salon or a suite or whatever the thing is that you're going to do, you guys need to separately write down what your vision is for your own life, your own career. That's first and foremost. Because if you're not clear on what you want from your life or for your career or for really where you want to be in 5 years, 2 years, 500, it doesn't matter. You have to get clear on it. So you can go as far as 20 years, but you need to at least get clear on what it is that you personally want and then have that person get clear on what they want. Now, in addition to what clarity you guys unravel through that exercise of your vision, you guys need to have an idea of what your core values are. Excuse me. So what are core values? They are like honor, respect, teamwork, hard work, success. What are the core values you personally stand for? You got to make sure that you're clear on what your core values are, and then your partner needs to have a set of core values. They should align. Like if you say integrity is important to you, and then he says honesty, well then great. It's like the same thing. It works. But if you say hard work, success, passion, and then your partner's like vision, give me another. James, give me some other core values here that would align. I'm so driven on success. So it would be like family, right? Family, honesty, nothing to do with hard work, nothing to do with success. It's just strictly about freedom and time. And if one person values freedom and time and family and being away from the business, and one person's a go-getter and they value the grit and the grind and the hard work, they're going to have two separate ideas about what is successful for their business. So that is first and foremost. You can love each other, right? You guys can work really well in the salon, and a partnership on the surface seems to make sense. But if you don't have the same vision and you don't have the same core values, it's never going to work. It just won't ever work. And what's going to happen is you're not going to be friends in a couple years. Because when push comes to shove, your vision is different, and the decisions you make for the business are going to be dramatically different when things get hard, because your vision is taking you that way, and then his or her vision is taking you that way. So I would suggest that if you're in a position right now and you are in talks to going partners with somebody, you should get your vision and get your core values identified. Now, there needs to be a contract, and I'm not talking a legal contract per se. I'm talking a contract between the two of you. What are the roles you play in the salon or the barbershop? Like, what are they? Like, what are you going to do? Are you in charge of marketing? Are you in charge of onboarding? Are you in charge of hiring? Are you in charge of education? Who does what? It needs to be fair. And you guys need to have regular check-ins with specific outcomes and an agenda for that meeting. Like, so many times I've been in partnerships and like we meet up and there's like no agenda. Like, why are we meeting? We're going over the same shit we went over last month and we're not getting anywhere with anything. So you guys need to have an agenda. So your marketing partner will be in charge of the marketing team. It doesn't mean you have to do the marketing. It just means that person's in charge of the marketing team. And then you have a person in charge of education. It doesn't mean you have to do the education. You're just in charge of the education. So when you come to the table as partners, you both can actually have a clear, drawn out conclusion of, was it successful for the last 90 days or month or whatever it is, the timeline you're working on. You don't just leave it to chance. You have to hold your partner accountable, and your partner's going to hold you accountable. If they told you they're going to have these ads up and running by September 1st, and now it's October 1st, and they're not up yet, what happened? Hold them accountable. And if they promise they're going to have that done, then it's up to you to find out why it didn't get done. And just like any other team member on your team, your partner is individual and you're individual. You guys have a common goal, which is to make the salon successful. So you're holding them accountable, not for yourself, for themselves and for the common goal of the salon to get to the vision. And these crucial conversations are really hard because usually one person's doing more than the other. And that's because the person who's doing less, all right, is better at at showing like they're doing something, but they're not really doing anything. And the person who's letting it go is really not good at having the conversations. So they kind of let it go and they brush it under the rug and they pick up the slack for that person. That can't happen. You can't pick up the slack for that person. You have your set of non-negotiables that partner A does and partner B does. And they have to be met at all times. If they're not met, something needs to intervene here. And that's where the contract comes in. So when you meet up for your quarterly meeting, all right, cool. Did you get these things done? Did I get these things done? Great. Then we should be in this position. We should have this kind of revenue. And if it's not there, then what went wrong? Then you have to make an adjustment. So partnerships will work. 100%. I have partnerships now and they work very, very well. It's because we communicate. And it's because there's a clear vision and there's trust. If you don't have the clear vision, it crumbles. If you don't have trust, it will crumble. The second trust is lost between two partners, you're never getting it back. It's just not going to happen. Like, I think you guys are amazing. I think you both individually probably aren't lying to each other. You're not dishonest. But the second you doubt your partner and the trust is lost, you might as well just figure out how to negotiate, how to get rid of the business. Who's going to take it over? Because it's never going to work. I mean, I'm never like a never guy, but it is 99.9% not going to work once trust is lost, because it's really hard to get that back. It's like, think of a relationship now. Think of if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife and they cheat on you. Every time they go out with their friends or they go out to a function or they go away on a business trip, what's in the back of your mind? The fact that they're a cheater. So the fact that there's like a misunderstanding with a credit card or a bill or some money's missing or like something along those lines happen, the business is over. Even if the person's right, even if the person is justified and it's a misunderstanding, just for the sheer fact that there's a lack of trust now, it's over. It's done. So you got to hold trust at the highest of highs when it comes to your core values. And if you do that, then you could kind of work through almost anything else. So my biggest error that I made from one of my failed partnerships was the fact that I was never I was clear in my vision, but I was, I was too aggressive with what I wanted out of my career and what I wanted from the business. And I put too much pressure on that partner. I knew he wasn't capable of doing the things that I needed to get done from my partner because he needed to match me and mirror me. And it just wasn't in his DNA. It wasn't like he was wrong. It wasn't like I was right or I was wrong. It was the fact that I knew that his vision of life was completely different than mine. And instead of me trying to change him, which is what I tried to do, right, I should have just inspired him and I should have been the example and had him rise to the levels of the standards I was setting for the salon rather than just keep on trying to change him. Right? I could have shown him a little differently. I could have coached him a little better. But long story short, it didn't work out. And I learned a lot from that. So I took the lessons I learned from that failed partnership into my other partnerships that are doing phenomenal. And we have trust and we have communication. And it's like I really had clarity in my vision. I was able to articulate that vision. And so that's why they work now. So guys, if you love what you just heard and you have more questions about your partnership, leave a comment below on YouTube. Make sure you click subscribe. I'm going to hop into the chat now and see what kind of questions are popping up here on Instagram. So stay tuned. And if you guys want to learn more about growing a partnership or your regular salon or opening a salon or a barbershop, DM me grow. Drop it below. Send me an email, nick@nickmirabella.com, or just go to my website, go to the apply section, and see if we're a good fit to work together. But let's go hop in the chats right now and see what's going on in here. How many of you guys have a partnership? What questions you got? All right, awesome. The difference between KPIs and core values. So somebody asked, so a KPI is a key performance indicator. That means your retention rate, like indicators of your business, your profits, your revenue, your retention rate, your average ticket value, your lifetime value of the customer, your customer acquisition cost if you're running ads. Like there's key performance indicators. Retention rate is one of the key performances you should really pay attention to, especially if you're running ads. Now, core values, okay, is like respect, honesty, teamwork, hard work. Here's a difference that a lot of people don't understand that I'm going to unpack for anyone watching right now. Your vision, right? Your mission, the reason why you have a hair salon, the reason why you have a barbershop. That is like why you're doing this. That's like your why. I'm doing this to make people feel beautiful and impact the community. And you have this beautiful mission statement and this beautiful vision. That's fabulous. Your core values is how you do it. So we make everyone in our salon feel beautiful and empower them with great hair. Okay, whatever your mission is. How we do it is with respect, teamwork, family, hard work, success, and passion. So that's the how, right? So your vision is the why, and your core values is the how. And so whenever you make a decision as a partner or even with your team, if it doesn't match up with one of your core values, you don't do it like that. And so when you have somebody that's doing something in your salon, their actions aren't aligned with your core values, you never contact that person or address that person personally. You address the core values that person is not showing. Hey, James, help me understand last week what happened. You know, teamwork's one of our core values, and I know it's important to you. Can you help me understand why, you left the team hanging last week when you left early? And you kind of put it back on them. Hey, in order for this to work, like you have to be part of the team, and you pick teamwork too as a core value. And it's one of our main salon's core values. So it's very important that you establish the core values. And so the vision and the core values are completely different, and your KPIs are something completely different. Those are key performance indicators. And that really revolves around the performance of the business, and they're indicating numbers typically of how your business is doing and how it's performing. All right, let's take a look at more questions here. Nick, why are you so good looking, and did you cut your hair? No, my hair is growing out long, and that's why I'm wearing a hat. But
Did someone really ask that question?
no, I mean like really, really good looking, Nick. Why? These comments are amazing. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so the coaching program is called the Level Up Academy. It's Mirabella Coaching. It's a combination of group, community, and curriculum. So you get a chance to be in a community with like-minded salon owners and hairstylists and suite renters and you get a chance to learn high-level strategies to grow and scale your salon business. It's only for salon owners right now. I don't think it's going to change. I might open something else later, but you get a chance to learn how to market, how to get reviews, how to have leadership, how to have these crucial conversations with your team, how to build a business that gives you freedom. It doesn't lock you into the salon. So that's what the whole program I do does. And listen, it's not for everyone. Like, not everyone can afford it. It's not expensive. It's not a ton of money. It's very, very approachable. But I want to help people and impact people. And I talk to people in the DMs, and that's why I do these lives every day. So I can help you grow your business to get to a point where you could join a community like mine. But I only want serious people in it. That's why there has to be a price point, or else I would just do this for free because I love it. But this is why I do this for free. I answer these questions. All right. Do I still do hair? I do not do hair anymore. I retired. I do have 4 locations that I run and 1 affiliate location that I operate. So I have 5 salons in total. I have 2 e-commerce stores, and I have the coaching business. And I have 2 kids. I have a toddler and I have a infant. I guess 5 months is still considered an infant. But yeah, and I have time to make it home for dinner. And I have time to, my wife probably says I'm never home, but I am home. She's is in delusion because she's home with 2 babies right now. And like, I get home, it's chaotic, but I do make it home a lot. I do work a lot though, but it's not like work. I love what I do. So for me to hang out and play golf isn't fun. I would rather much do lives with everybody and help other salons out. So yeah, I don't do hair anymore. I will teach classes. Like, I'm teaching a class called the MVP, Money, Value, Purpose. And that's open to anyone. If you guys are in the North New Jersey area and you're by Fairfield, I'm hosting a free class for anyone, salon owners, your team. You can bring your whole salon to my warehouse. I have 5,000 square feet here. We can all pack in here and learn. Money, Value, Purpose is the MVP class. We're going to get a date for that. It's going to happen in September in our area. All right, more Q&As here. How many weeks is your program? All right, the program it should be a year long for the transformation. I have an alumni, so after a year, the price changes. I do one-on-one. That's a whole different strategy. That's a whole different program. And then I do group. I offer it in increments of 3 months. Because, if you have to do monthly, you could, but you have to be in there for a quarter of your business, like for the year, to really maximize change. And I hold people accountable. Like, there's 5 non-negotiables. Like, you have to follow through with these non-negotiables in order to grow and scale your business. It's about your personal economy. So if the question was, if you could describe your program one way, what would it do for me? It would teach you how to build your personal economy. Guys, you opened a salon or you started a business for freedom. You didn't open a business or a salon to be stuck behind the chair for the rest of your life, do 12-hour days, and stress about bills. But that's what you're doing right now. You don't have the freedom. When you're at home, you're not spending time with your family. You might physically be there, but you're not present with them. You're thinking about the salon, the Wi-Fi that went out, the bad review you got. Guys, put systems in place. That's what I help you do. Put the systems in place so you don't have to worry and you have freedom. If that sounds like something you need in your business, DM me Grow, and we'll get it going. But let's go on here for some more questions. What do we got here? Is it a course? No, it's not a course. I don't like courses. Courses don't work. I just don't think they work. It's curriculum. So it's I unpack a video, like I unpack a strategy in a lesson, and then you get a chance to go Q&A about that or about really anything. There's a Google Doc attached to it, and you get a chance to work on a strategy. It's not long. It's typically around 20 minutes for the strategy portion of that video. And then what we do is we go through Q&A. There's 3 Q&A calls a week, but courses really don't work. Like, they're self-led. I think like maybe 3% of people actually complete a course. I've bought lots of courses in my life. Trust me, I've maybe completed, I don't think really any of them from start to finish. Literally none of them. If you completed a course from start to finish, you deserve a trophy. Leave a comment right now and let me know if you did. All right, another question coming up here. What color line do you recommend? All right, so the color line I use in my salons is called Maji Color. I also use Kuhn. We use Goldwell. There's a couple color lines that I align with. Maji Color is one of them. I'm good friends with the lead distributor. And then Kuhn is another brand. If you want a professional brand that gives you education and really supports the salon, I would go with Kuhn. Maji Color, dollar for dollar, hands down the best value you can get for a color line. All right, right here. All right, I'm a barber and I want to start doing women's hair. How do I do that? All right, barbers, hair is hair. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. Cutting hair is cutting hair. So if you got the fundamentals of cutting men's hair, you can cut women's hair too. You could specialize in short women's haircuts because no one cuts women's haircuts anymore. Short, I mean. So if I were you, what I would do is I would get with a super amazing colorist and I would start doing some cool, funky ass short pixie style cuts that you can probably do because you're a barber. Pair that with that other artist to color it, get some attention going. You'll get some practice reps in, and then you can start segueing into a more commercialized haircut for people. But that will at least get you the attention so you can start cutting women's hair. Oh, you want to do long hair too? Yeah, do it. Do guys, if you're a barber, you can transition into doing women's hair. It's not that hard. Honestly, it's really not hard to do because you got the fundamentals of the head shape down already. You got the elevation, the graduation. Just put the reps in and do it. Make the transition. I know. Okay, so someone just said your girlfriend makes twice as much money as you. She probably works twice as long as you too. I'm just saying that because I know barbers that crush it and make a ton of money. I mean, extensions will blow your business up. So if she does that, then good for you or good for her. All right, more questions. Yes, Rusk. I'm so sorry, Ashley. Rusk is also an amazing line. We're bringing a Rusk educator into our salon to educate us about their glosses and educate about their 10-minute color. So I dropped the ball on Rusk. Sorry about that, guys. So it's Magic Color Cune and Rusk. We carry a little bit of their color line now, but we're going to get an in-depth education. They're super supportive. We don't even bring the line fully on yet in our salon, and they've been so supportive for us. I just have a meeting with Cune tomorrow, so that's why it's fresh in my head. All right, what other questions we got here before we log off? What do we have? All right, guys, if you want to learn more about the program or you have any questions about building your business or you're stuck and you're like, shit, what do I do? DM me. Like, you don't have to join the program. DM me questions. I could unpack them here on the live. Like, it's going to be so easy for me to answer your questions live and we could communicate right here. I could bring you guys up and we could do a one-on-one chat here. But DM me the word grow and we'll get the ball moving and grow your salon business and give you the freedom that you truly, truly want and the reason why you started this particular business in the first place. So any questions on partnerships, DM me partner and I'll help you figure that out too. Guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. See you tomorrow at 12. Goodbye.